Good morning from Melbourne, Australia. Good evening to friends in North America, and hello to anyone watching on replay. My name is Nancy Hetker, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Melbourne, Australia. And today I'm still doing a little bit of looking for technical stuff. My Facebook feed is a little bit blurry, but I think that's probably my internet connection. I'm going to just refresh my monitor here and make sure. Please say hello when you join me so I know you're here, and let me know if the picture is blurry for you. Hello, Gladys. Is the picture clear for you, Gladys? The way my morning is going, there we go. It just cleared up for me. So hopefully it's clear for everybody. Okay, let's get started. Yeah, today has not started very well in our house. Neither of us slept very well last night, and then this morning my husband was rushing to get to an appointment and managed to knock over my Stampin' Up! Mug from the 2017 Onstage. So one of my favorite mugs is no more. And you know, it's just a thing. I can shrug that off. But then as I was prepping to do this live with you today, he called and yeah, his PhD, one of his PhD advisors, his main one, passed away last night. And that's the second close colleague he's lost this year. So it's not a happy day in our house. It's also not saying a lot about physical fitness either, because both of them were physical fitness junkies. And in fact, the guy who passed away last night came home from a run and fell over dead. So yeah, we're not having a great day here. But I'm hoping that this project is going to be a good thing, because I almost didn't come live today. But I will have a link to this tutorial on the blog post and in the notes for this video on Facebook and YouTube. This is a gift card holder that we're going to make. The pictures and the instructions talk about using the Simply Elegant specialty paper, but I do not have that paper, even though I'm giving you this tutorial. And I figured this was a good chance to show you how to take the directions for something and change it up to fit what you've got. This is a big thing of mine, is to adapt for what you've got. So I am going to be using some Tidings of Christmas Designer Series paper for mine. Oh, I need the instructions because I need to see what I'm doing. Find a place to put it where I can read it. Okay, so this is made using a note card and envelope. And there's my note card, and the first direction is to fold the note card base and furnish it with your bone folder. So I will do that and then set it aside. And then we're going to emboss. We've got a panel of Evening Evergreen that fits right on there, like so. So I'm going to emboss that with the Painted Texture 3D folder. And the directions say to spritz it with water, and you can do that. I find I get great texture without doing that, so I tend not to bother. And I have my Stampin' Cut and Emboss, which some people call a skem. Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Whoops, the handle just came off. So here's a good chance to show you. Teaching opportunity. So the handle loosens up over time. That's just the nature of handles. So that little rubber plug comes out. This cut and emboss machine comes with an Allen wrench, and there's that screw, and it just goes, you get the handle right back on the stem of the crank, and you just screw that back in. When you get it, you have to screw it on. It doesn't come attached. Just put the Allen wrench someplace, yeah, I like it better like that, where you won't lose it. I've got a little set of drawers right by my cut and emboss, and it just lives in one of those drawers, and then just tighten that on, and this goes back on. It's got a little notch to line up, and there we go. And then you can just get right back to cranking through. So I'll move that out of the way. And there we go. See, perfectly well textured. I didn't need to spritz it. So, stamp the sentiment onto, it says very vanilla, but because of the Designer Series paper I'm using basic white. The sentiment comes from Best Year. Obviously, change it up for whatever you've got in your stash. The picture shows warm wishes for a happy Christmas, and I have that stamp, so I'm going to go ahead and use it. I don't have the particular die that's called for in the instructions, so I'm going to use this label die out of Pierced Blooms, because I think it's quite appropriate for this use. So here we go. Stamp that on there. And you can see I'm making use of scraps. Always use up your scraps. I don't know, in North America, are you guys having a shortage of basic white cardstock? Probably not. But here we've had a couple weeks with basic white being not orderable because it was completely out of stock in all formats. So no envelopes, oh, except for note cards and envelopes. No envelopes, no A4, no 12 by 12, no thick, no regular. But we've got the regular A4 back in stock this week, so that's a good thing. And I keep a mini stockpile on hand, so I don't have to panic. Okay, there's that. And let's see, what is next? Attach smaller DSP to square metallic cardstock with seals. Okay, so was it last week that I was doing the one sheet wonders, or the week before that? I can't remember, but you may remember I had a piece of gold I cut the 2 stars out of, but the edge was all mangled, and I said, don't worry, I'll put it away and use it for something else. Here's the something else. So this square, it's not quite a square, it's slightly off from a square. You did a square of gold metallic foil, and but it's only going to peek out at the top and the bottom, not on the sides. So I can go ahead and use that like so. And it said to use Seal or Seal Plus. Not a huge fan of regular Seal, but I'm coming to like the Seal Plus more and more. If you didn't have this, I would recommend Tear and Tape. I am not a big fan of liquid glue for on gold foil, unless it's little itsy bitsy dots on the back for you know, little die cuts. I think I did some of those on the, in fact I know I did on the One Sheet Wonders, but that's because if it oozes out or you slide, because it's very, very slick, you'll never get it to not show. Now, whoops, the downside of this, if you've got it hanging over the edge, you just use your finger to fold it back in on itself. And the downside of this is once it's down, it's kind of down. So you gotta kind of get it right the first time. Because it's so slick, I was able to pull it up without any damage, but I don't want to try my luck too much. Okay, there's that. And now we're going to wrap it with a couple pieces of ribbon. And the directions say to use the Evening Evergreen of the Open Weave ribbon, but because of which paper I am using, I decided to change it to the Soft Succulent. So I'm going to do that. Yeah, I figured it said our basic white is stuck on a cargo ship somewhere or waiting to get onto a cargo ship. And they probably managed to get some room to air freight us some, which is why we have some basic white. But very vanilla and shimmery white work really well. So we're not panicking over here. We're being creative where we need to. So my favorite trick, to put ribbon around, just like that. And then we're also going to add some of this shimmer gold shimmer ribbon, which is 1/4 inch wide. And so you'll see that'll fit right down the center there. This is a piece I had cut for something and wound up not using. So now we'll use it. And again with my sticky tape. Then it wants another bit on there, and she said to tie a knot and then put it on with a glue dot, but I don't always like, I feel like those pop off sometimes, so I'm going to actually try doing this instead. Yeah. Be happy with that. I'm going to wait till that's on until I trim the ends, just because. Okay, now what does it want me to do? Okay, so now I'm going to bring in my basic borders dies, and these are really fun, I think. What we're going to do is we're going to cut this piece of gold and this piece of Designer Series paper with this one, and this is going to be the pocket for the gift card. And to make them come out the same, I'm going to try cutting them both at once. We'll see how that works. I'm just coming over to my emboss machine. Making sure everything's aligned. I'm sorry you can't see this, but you've seen me die cut before. Let's see how these come out. Okay, so one of the things is that it has really nice, yep, and it came out. Little dot edge there. So now they may not be, I can tell it's a little bit, it could be a little more even, but they are identical. So I am not going to fuss over perfection. I am going to be good with that. And now we're going to add probably the same thing again. I'm gonna chance this. You'll see I'm gonna be careful here with it. Because I know this is going to line up exactly at the bottom and the sides. See, it did ooze out just a little bit there at the bottom, but it's out the edge, so it's okay. So now I think all we need to do is assemble. This is going to go in here. With my glue. Oh, nope, nope, I did it. Oh, okay. It's a pocket. So we don't want the glue there. I told you it was not a good morning at our house. Fortunately, that gold foil is quite thick, and that will be fine. Did you all yell at home, "No, don't do that," as I did it? Okay. We'll let that dry for a minute there. And then we will do some of this. This can have all the way around. Really, come on. My problem with this was that I was trying to do that check mark snap off thing that we used to do with the, oh, what was it called? The previous heavy duty tape runner we had, which my brain is blanking on right now. And this one's got perforations, so you don't have to do that. You just lift up and then it doesn't pull the plastic backer off to the side, which is a good thing. Okay, so we're gonna put that on there. And then I have my sentiment that I'm going to pop up on dimensionals. So, this to the front. Of the card. Trim this off. Some embellishments. You can use anything you want. These happen to be retired, but they're gold glitter enamel dots. We have similar things in the catalog. The one in the picture, yeah, because of the shape of the die she used, she put them on either side there. But because of the shape of the die I'm using, I'm going to do them top and bottom. I'm going to go with the smaller ones. So one there. And one there. There we go. And let's see how the inside has come out. It's had a chance to set. Yeah. And let's find a gift card. This is a class pass for anyone who wants to come take classes with me. There we go. If you're in Australia and you'd like to do classes and you've got somebody who needs to find a gift for you, they can contact me and I can do a class pass for however many classes. That determines the number of flowers at the bottom there, and I just punch them when you come to class. So there's one, and it fits right in there. It'll hold any gift card or printed out gift voucher that you can fold up and put in there. Cash is always good, right? There we go. So that's my project for today. And like I said, this tutorial will be available to download from my website. It does show using the Simply Elegant paper, but as you can see, you can change it up for whatever paper you want. It doesn't have to be holiday. You can do it for a birthday gift card holder or a congratulations or whatever. And it's got step-by-step instructions and the paper cutting dimensions, both in centimeters and inches, and also things like the measurements for the ribbon are in centimeters and inches. So don't hesitate to download it and make what you want. I love it when you make things and then post them to Nancy's Nifty Notemakers Facebook group, or on my Nancy's Nifty Notes Facebook page. If you're not a member of the group, you're welcome to sign up to be part of the group, or text or email me a picture at nancysniftynotes.com. That would be Nancy at nancysniftynotes.com. I'm always happy to see what you've made. It's short and sweet today because that's how today is going. And I will be back again, I hope, next week. I may be taking some time off over the next few weeks with the holidays. So it will say that I'm doing Facebook Live, but I may pop on and say, nope, not happening today. So just be aware of that. And I imagine you all are busy with things and won't be too terribly crushed. And I will see you again when I'm back on here, and talk to you later. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.